Hey. Let me get into the group. Hope everyone's doing well. It takes a little bit of time for people to get notified that I'm going live, so we're just going to give them a little bit more time. In the meantime, grab some coffee, your favorite tea, and pen, paper, oracle cards if you want to. We might pull some oracle cards. Where am I at? There you go. Got my group up. Yep. Now, one comment. Let me put it at, hey, Tanya, how are you? Let's tag everybody in the group. If you're not in my group, you need to come over to my Facebook group. That's where everything goes down. That's where we all hang out, is in the Facebook group. Awesome. Hopefully that will tag some people in it. So super excited for people to come in. It is Witchy Wisdom Wednesday with Madam Z, your spiritual success coach and your confidence coach. So, hey, Renee, how are you? We missed you last night. Hope you're feeling better. Where I teach spiritual women how to create success and confidence in their spiritual business, along with creating magic around your spiritual business. A lot of people forget that. A lot of people forget how to create magic. So, a bit, yeah. I know it's that time of year, right? People just kind of blah, flu stuff going on and colds. Let me hit the chat on mine. Hello, 13 Beauty. How are you? So glad that you can join me. If you're here, make sure that you give me some hearts or a thumbs up in the comment section that I know that you are here. Hello, everyone. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and hit the number 2 so I know that you are a replay viewer. We go live every Wednesday in my Facebook group, YouTube channel, and on my business page. And I do trainings every Wednesday. So super excited about that. So you'll see me every Wednesday. So today we're going to be talking about something near and dear to my heart. Let me pull up my notes. Let me turn off my Facebook so we don't get any interruptions, any ding dings, because you know how that is. So let's go ahead and get started. What is everybody drinking before we get started? Sorry. I had my morning coffee and I've got my A&W zero sugar today. And last night, I want to tell you about this concoction. Because Blair and I, my partner, we both love kind of weird kind of drinks in the evening. We have our evening cocktail. And we found this butterscotch flavored whiskey. And I absolutely love it. Cold tea with honey. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. Hopefully that'll make you feel better. And so I put in a glass of whiskey. It was butterscotch flavored whiskey. I love their oatmeal raisin whiskey, and they have other flavored ones, but this one we tried a new one with, which is butterscotch, and I put a couple shots in my A&W root beer, and it was really good. I want to try A&W cream soda with butterscotch shot. So we're going to see how that is. So yummy. So we try all kinds of weird stuff at night. We have a whole retro cocktail bar in the dining room, sorry. And every night we're like, what are we going to have today? What concoction are we going to make today? Right. So we're living the good life over here. Hey, Alex, how are you, my sisters? Thanks for joining me live. So give me some hearts. If you're here live, would love to have a conversation with Charlotte's here. Charlotte lives in the same town I do, so we had a little bit. My power went out for a couple of seconds and came back on. I know it's raining here, so Charlotte says she was having some internet problems too. So it must be the same kind of issue that everyone's having. We live in a small town. So it might be the same thing that everyone's having. So, um, yay, Charlotte made it. So let's go ahead and talk about your spiritual business. So, as you know, I am a spiritual business coach. I started off teaching magic. I teach magic around wealth and spiritual business. Alex said, working on digital download ritual journal with a weekly planner. Nice, nice. Hope that's in the Etsy shop so we can download that. Um, and a lot of my clients come to me and they ask, Madam Z, I have a spiritual business, but I don't know exactly where to start, what modalities, or what I should be doing. So if you are new to running a spiritual business and you're kind of like, I don't know where to start, I do everything. And this is one of the problems that I had when I was running a spiritual business. Well, still running a spiritual business. When I was seeing clients, I have all these different modalities that I love to do, to work on, right? And if you have a spiritual business, make sure you drop the number 2 in the comments. So I know that you kind of are feeling what I'm talking about. I'm working on my Etsy store. Yay! That's what we do, right? We have different um, revenues of income. So I was all over the place. And I'm sure you guys are feeling this too. Alexa has it too. Charlotte has it too. Renee has it too. Yeah. But you're in the back of your mind, you're like, is this going to make me money? Is this going to be a lucrative business? Because you see so many spiritual businesses kind of struggle, right? So today we're going to talk about the top 5 spiritual lucrative businesses that will make you financial wealth. Whatever wealth is to you, I want you to really disassociate yourself with what you feel wealth is associated with money. It can be. If you feel wealth is associated with money, that's fine. You could have a wealth of health, wealth of vacation, wealth of time now with your family. If you have wealth in your business, it doesn't necessarily have to mean money. So, Tanya said I was just digging into the problem, what to focus on. Yes, we'll talk about that on our call, Tanya, and we'll dive deep into that too. And maybe we can pull some tarot cards around that with our session. So let's go ahead and talk about the top 5. So the number 1 is going to be healer. So I want you to drop in the comment if your business is a healer. And what I mean by healer is an energy worker, a Reiki healer, a spirit communicator, a past life regression, Akashic record, um, connection, astrology, palmistry, whatever it is, light worker, light language. Um, we were talking about that yesterday. Ascended masters working into the Akashic Records realm, working in the underworld realm. If you are a shadow worker, if you are any kind of spiritual healer, I want you to drop the word healer, energy worker. That's one of my favorite ones that's going to be starting with creating wealth is the energy healing. For lack of another word, we're going to look at transformational. I think it's overused because people are like, what the hell are you going to transform? Right? What are you going to do for me? So healer is more of a broad thing, right? So transformation worker is another word you could use, although I don't use it so much anymore because it's kind of just outdated and people don't really know what transformation they're going to get and they can't put their hands on that kind of stuff. So, hey, Kimberly, how are you? I'm looking at the comments on this section. So, healer energy worker, Renee's a healer energy worker. Melissa's here. Hello, Melissa. Thanks for joining us live. So that could be astrology. It could be Reiki. It could be um, pulling out like alchemy or pulling out attachments or diving deep into past life trauma, healing childhood wounds. Um, so that's my number 1 is the healer. Now, this isn't really in any particular order. It's just what comes to me. If you're like, oh man, I don't know where to start my spiritual business. I do so many different things. I don't even know if this is going to make money. So the one, if you're into any of these modalities, tarot, um, which is one of my favorite ones. This year, I vowed that I'm going to dive into astrology. Yes, yes, yes. I've been trying to for 2 years to dive into astrology, and I have a block for some reason. So, hey, Caitlin, thanks for hanging out with us. So, if you're into the healing arts of anything, then healer is where you're going to create your wealth at. Number two is a relationship coach, and a lot of people freak out about this. So, if you are a relationship coach, then I want you to put in relationship coach in the comments. Relationship coach embodies a lot of stuff. It could be relationship, personal to person relationship, and it also can be, Alex said, my business is called T Transformation and Use Transformation 360 tools for transformation. Yep, transformation. But you've been using that a long, long time before. So you coined that and been using that before it became mainstream. Um, and this is a hot topic for everyone. Relationship coach is about dating, right? It's about clearing out your trauma attached with the ability to love and receive love. But some other taboo topics that we're going to talk about relationship coaching. Yeah, 4 years. So yeah, you're good. You're way before that. Don't jump on the transformational bandwagon right now, because people are gonna like, what the hell does that mean? But Alex, she coined that way before it even started. That includes tantra sex. That includes BDSM if you're in a safe place. That includes sex magic, which is hella powerful, right? So in the comments, let me know what you think relationship coach means. Because you may think that relationship coach is, oh shit, you're going to work on my jacked up relationship with my partner, or you're going to go to marriage counseling, and that's not it at all. Think of the magical or the metaphysical words around relationship. It could be relationship with your coworkers, just regular relationships. Are you open to receiving positive relationships? Are you just attached to negative people, right? Are you a willing participant in your relationships, or are you just kind of self-centered? Are you giving to relationships, or are you not giving to relationships? Are you a giver or a taker? So jump down like, hey Robert, how are you? No, you jumped right on time. We're just going over the top 5 lucrative spiritual businesses. So understanding yourself and your connections and energy. Yep, exactly. So, what did it surprise you that tantric or sexual energy? I'm a giver. I could see that working on self worth oneself. Yep. And it can be relationship coach, can be relationship with yourself, can be relationship with others as far as clearing out um, wounds from a childhood that just completely, if you're disassociated, if you can't receive love or you don't know how to be a loving partner, right? So, were you surprised that I listed under a relationship coach sex works, right? BDSM, safe place kind of stuff, tantric sex, sex magic, right? You can work with sexual relationships between partners. This partner is on this page, and she's like, no, I don't like that shit. But then there's the other one that's like, yeah, let's get down and dirty. How are you going to communicate? How are you going to connect? So that's another way of relationship coaching. And hey, Kirsten. So it's not just the soft skills of, hey, how do you talk to your partner to get what you want, kind of thing, right? Because that's really what we want in a relationship is, um, how do I get what I want out of a relationship with bringing you into the conversation, I suppose, right? So, number 3 is a mindset coach. How many people in the chat work on their mindset every single day or feel that they are blocked because of their mindset around money, around wealth, around imposter syndrome, around healing, around can I really do this, confidence? So mindset coach is really lucrative right now. It has been for a while. Does anybody here feel like they need or would really benefit from working with a mindset coach? If you do, hit yes. Mindset is a major reason why I need you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been working on mindset for years just because um, I just had to work on it because especially when you come from corporate America or you come from a place where you don't think you're deserving of everything that the universe has to offer with you for you, you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not pretty enough, or I don't have it all together, or I'm too skinny, too fat, I'm not gorgeous enough, or I don't have my life together. Who the hell has their life together? Seriously, no one does. No one does. Um, I work on it daily. Every coach should have a coach. Correct. Every coach should have a coach. Exactly. And that's one of the things we talk about is that's a total misconception is that if you have a coach or you are a coach, then you don't need a coach. You have your shit together. Well, no, behind the scenes, every coach has a coach because here's the thing. And I didn't realize this until it actually started happening. And I was like, oh, fuck, this is a serious thing. So Charlotte says, I have been working on mindset set for 3 years now. Yeah, it's ongoing. It's ongoing. Because here's the thing. All my coaches had told me, once you level up, you're going to have more problems. You're going to have more mindset work you need to do. And I'm like, nah, that'll never happen. I don't understand that. What do you mean by talking about? I got it together. I got my mind shit together. Well, that was completely not true. The more you level up or the more you hit your marks or your benchmarks in your confidence or your business, and the more you're like, oh shit, I just sold a $10,000 package to my client, then this little thing starts creeping up in the back of your mind like you're not good enough. What makes you think you can transform this person or heal this person? This person is putting all this money and all of this confidence in you, and you come from a broken home, or you come from the self-worthiness of your mother never told you you're going to be anything, or from a trailer park or whatever it is. The shit starts coming back up. It's the ugly monster, I call it. And so once you start leveling up and you start going over those benchmarks and he knows the benchmarks, and you're like, yeah, I did it. Then you start a whole new set of mindset shit that you have to work on. And I didn't believe it until I did it. And I'm like, oh crap, now I got to start all over again with this stuff. That's why you need to work on your mindset daily, because once you hit it, other stuff starts creeping up. So mindset coach, if you're into wanting to help people with their mindset, please start your mindset coaching business now. Another one is health coach. Now I want to talk a little bit about health coaching, how much, especially now after COVID, right? Especially now after the holidays and everything like that. We're like, yeah, gotta be mindful of what we eat. We gotta get back on it, blah, blah, blah. Everybody says the holidays, everybody says New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, I'm gonna start my diet and exercising. I don't know why everybody triggers New Year's Day. You can start your path to wellness and health and spirituality on your business any day of the year. Any day of the year. Um, so everybody wants to associate health and wealth and body and mind and soul. They are all connected. Mind, body, soul, health and wealth, right? The more you, this is I'm telling you, the more active you are, the more you feel better about yourself. You're going to show up in your business differently. You're going to show up in your life differently. Daily resolutions. If you want to speak to someone who does a lot of these modalities and combines a lot of these, then you need to reach out to Robert, because he does a lot of past life stuff, and he's the one we worked together. We were colleagues down in San Antonio, and he taught me a lot about stretching. He taught me a lot about working out. He's a fitness coach that goes under health coach, right? But also he does past life regression, and he does tarot and all this other cool stuff. So he's a perfect example of combining all of this stuff together. So um, health is going to be really important. So if you're into health coach, spirituality, and this is really interesting, you can always, if you are connected to spirit and you do like a body scan of someone who are energy worker, and medical intuitive is another one that you can work with for health coach. If you can combine those two, then you're going to be making lots of money in your community and in your life. Mindset, health, and body scanning. Um, so that's another one, because everybody wants to be healthy, feel better, right? So a health coach is a really good one, but in a spiritual way, not so much. Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of people don't like modern medicine anymore. Are you an herbologist? Do you do acupuncture? Are you, working on facials? Are you, do you have a spa that you can work on health coach? Um, to get away from traditional pharmaceutical and going to the doctor kind of thing. Not that I'm saying don't go to the doctor, because don't don't listen to me. January 19th is known as Quitter's Day, because is now how lost. Wait a minute. That is how long most people do their New Year's resolutions. Yeah. Well, Robert, what is it? 90 days? 3 months? Is it 90 days to create a habit? I'm sure Robert knows that. Um, so they're looking for alternative health to help them create long lasting health that's not going to make them dependent on pharmaceutical needs. So, alternative health is really good. Caitlin said, sounds like Robert and I have a lot of 21 days. Yeah. What's the magic reference to 21? I don't do angel numbers. Angel numbers aren't my thing. But what is the frequency of 21? I'll have to look that up. That's interesting. This is another one, numerology, right? Um, yeah, you and Caitlin and Robert have a lot in common. And the last one is in-person retreat leaders. If you can do all of this modality in person and bring your clients together in a metaphysical healing transformation, whatever that is, in a 3 day, 5 day. Remember, we like odd numbers. I don't know why spiritual people like odd numbers, but we like odd numbers. I knock on the door 3 times. I do everything 3 times. 3 and 7 are my numbers, but for some reason, spiritual people and metaphysical people like odd numbers. If you can bring all of this together in a retreat, you're going to be able to make a lot of money with that. Alex said, by the way, I work on eliminating negative emotions in 10 minutes or less. I have no idea where that sits. It's a healer. Adds mindset also and healer. Then I work the lines well to keep my hands. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's more mindset with that. It's a combination. And don't forget and remember that it's not one or the other. You can have combos of all of these, right? So we're talking about in-person retreats. I have done a lot of in-person retreats. I have done a lot of paranormal retreats, goddess retreats, witchy retreats, healing retreats. I'm going to be working on business retreats this time. I was told that I should be doing retreats. Great validation today. There you go. That's where the money is at. That's where the cha-ching is at. And here's the thing, and I talk about this in my 13-week program. See, 13, it makes you think that when you sit down, you think about these synchronicities. It's like, okay, all this shit's coming together, right? So in my 13-week, together with my clients, we look at all of this, the foundational work. What should my spiritual business be? Where should I focus on? And this doesn't mean that you're going to stay in this niche. Branch out, right? It just means this is where you're going to start right now. This is what the universe is saying you should start, and grow from there. I just did a rebrand a little bit, switched from teaching witchy stuff, which I love witchy stuff. I'll never give witchy stuff up. But a lot of my clients were like, when are you going to start teaching business? And when are you going to start teaching business? And I put it off for like 2 years. Because I was like, I don't want to teach business. I like where I'm at. I like teaching the metaphysical stuff. But the first of the year, or a little bit before the first of the year, I got this huge download and the okay from my spirit guides to like, okay, you need to start doing the combination of both magic and spiritual business. So I wanted to make sure that you know that you don't have to be pigeonholed into one modality, right? You could be a relationship coach and then bring in the energy of astrology or tarot or Reiki or massage or whatever it is. You can combine all of these. Now, if you're doing in-person retreat, you can do some of these yourself, or if you want to create a retreat that is amazing experience for you and your clients, hire some of these people to come in to do a class, do a course, do a session with these people. I am not really good at astrology. I am not good at yoga. So I would bring in a yoga person. I would bring in someone who would do everybody's chart and interpret that, or maybe they want to learn that. So know where your limits are, and that takes some of the responsibility off for you, or you can really enjoy the retreat. But then it also gives you a sense of community. All right. And so we talk about pricing on your retreats, how to create wealth around all of these. So these are the top 5. If you are interested in, oh my God, where do I start? Right? Book your call with me. Let's hop on a call. Let's talk about it and see how we can move you forward into where you're at now and how to create your business around what you do. Healing, relationship coach, mindset coach, health coach, in-person retreat leaders. We can create all of that. So drop in the comments. So which one do you think that you would be more interested in as your business and starting in that? I do all of it. The only thing I don't do is relationship coach. For some reason, this is so bad to say, I just not, it's not my thing. But that comes from past life stuff, right? Relationship coaching is just not my thing. I'm not a nurturer. I'm not a giver. I'm not a Queen of Cups energy. So that is not my thing. So I would never go into the relationship coaching, but I know a lot of people who do, and I know a lot of people who are really good at it. And I would just recommend those people. Are certifications important for these types of coaches? That's a very good question. The answer is no. Not if you don't want to. Relationship coaching is cool, super good at it. See, but that goes hand in hand with Robert's personality, because Robert is a giver. He's a nurturer. He's it's interesting. I would like to see your chart to see where you're at. You probably know all of your chart and stuff, but that's another thing that you can look at is where are you good at according to your chart? Where should you should be focusing your business at according to your chart? I would do the retreats. Yeah, the retreats. I love it. Retreats are awesome. Um, so back to the question, are certifications important for these types of coaches? I've been doing this for a long time. A long time. And nobody has ever asked me for my certifications. Doesn't mean I don't have them. I do it because I want to hold myself accountable and I want to have that piece of paper and that accomplishment on the wall. But nobody governs us. This is why it's weird, and this is why people around have the mindset around not charging their worth, because I didn't go to doctorate school, or I didn't go to a university. I have my MBA. I've gone through the university junk. I've gone through the whole hoops of getting your, master's degree and all that kind of stuff. But nobody requires us to go through those hoops. So it's kind of like a personal thing. So that's a good question. Robert, has anybody asked you for your certification or proof of certification before they start doing past life or life regression on you? I have walls and walls of certifications. And I mean, it's good to see on the wall, right? But it's more of dedicated to your craft than it is proving to your clients that you've done it. A lot of us are self-taught. A lot of us have gone through classes and courses. You've had a few. And a lot of us are just have to work, because what are you going to do? You're going to contact, Metatron and tell him, hey, I didn't get my certification in the mail. How are you going to even address that? Right? So a lot of us work in the spiritual world, and a lot of us work in, you know, the galactic being kind of stuff, or work with goddesses. And how are you going to, well, I wouldn't say market, but how are you going to measure that? As far as, yeah, you completed a course. Anybody can complete a course, but are you going to be good at it? Right? Are you going to give your clients the change and the alchemy that they need, the healing that they need? Become a legal minister helps a lot too. Yes. Yeah, perfect. So for me, I did it because I wanted to show myself that I put my time and dedicated my life, or my whatever, how many hours that is. And I know what I'm talking about, kind of thing. It was more for me personally than it was to show my clients that this is what I've done. But Robert's got a lot of certifications. We all have certifications, but I think the proof is in the pudding. You can have all the certifications you want to, but if you're not doing the healing on your clients, if you're not showing them results, then it's not worth anything. Seem to have a lot. Seem to have lost your feed. Are you frozen? I don't think I am. Am I frozen? I hope I'm not. I hope the internet didn't go out. I think I'm good. Shows good on my end. Am I good on you guys' end? I think I'm still going. I think I'm still good. I think I'm still good. I think I'm still going. Let me make sure. I think I'm good. Showing good on my end. All right. So that's it for today. So make sure you comment below what you think your spiritual business would be. Would you be a healer? Would you be a relationship coach? Would you be a mindset coach? Would you be a health coach? Or would you be an in-person retreat leader? That would be really cool. Start doing in-person retreats in Bali, in Peru, into England or Sedona, or any of those places who have vortexes. I would love to have a retreat where I go to England and I visit all the sacred sites, all the goddess sites, and really just dive deep into the goddess studies there. So, all right, everyone, let me know what type of leader you would like to be, or what type of business, holistic business, spiritual business you would love to start. And make sure you book your call, your free call with me. It's about a 30-minute call. Let's talk about your spiritual business. All right, everyone, we will see you next Wednesday. Bye, everyone.